G'day guys and welcome to another episode of SCLeaks. I'm joined today by, as usual, Hater. Oh, can't point for shit. There's Hater, and I got Piggles up above me. How are you boys doing?
Hey, we're doing, or personally, I'm doing, well, I'm very disappointed myself.
I'm cold.
Yeah.
It's very cold here.
Yeah, very hot here actually. I'm starting to sweat like a pig. But anyway, that's an undelightful image for everyone to enjoy. So Hater, I think you kind of want to kick it off with what's been happening today. So I'll let you kind of take it away, and we'll. Do you want to go straight into the image?
Yeah, well, first, just bring up the image. Everyone's already seen it, if they've been on the Star Citizen Leaks Discord. The other one. Yep, that one. Okay.
That one.
No, the other
Sorry.
one.
You confused me.
Okay, so basically, let's talk about this image right here, the 400i. Yeah, we know what it is. Everyone knows what the 400i is right now. If you've been on the RSI forums for anything, for any time past the past like 5 hours, you would have seen this floating around. Well, I just want to say that this particular image comes from a set of a few images that I've been sent a couple days ago. This one I sent in my admin chat to show the admins what I've been working on, and whether it be for malice, through accidental, somehow it had made its way out of its chat. We're currently looking into how this happens, but following its removal from my chat, it was sent to first Arya's Neck of the Woods, if you know them, Theon32 or whatever it is, on Reddit. That's when they made the Reddit post. And from then on, it was sent to a few other forums, in which case it spread like wildfire, and I woke up this morning to find it was just common news on the Reddit. Now, I'm not mad at the fact that it's leaked out. Like, what am I doing? I run a leaks community. But, yeah, this isn't... There's a reason we do artistic renditions of all of our images. And it's because this is... I don't want to say it's going to be fine for this one to come out. I know this one is less dangerous than others because of a few reasons. But some of the previous ones, The Rock and the Perseus, their images are very much more identifiable. That's why those will never touch the light of day, and those might be at risk. We don't know. I'm still. This is something I'm really looking into right now. But this is the one that decided to leak out, and we draw these images because we do not want any chance of a CIG member being fired. No one deserves to be fired because they want to show some internet guys a sneak peek at the thing they're working on. We just want to it's all in jest, you know. We show the 400i. We were going to show it today with some artist renditions. We canceled all of that because of this stuff coming out tonight. Because it's nice, it's fun, and
So in a way, you were actually saying it cost us because we got someone to draw it up and all that, and now that's all kind of useless. In a way.
It costs us because it's out. It just, at the very least, this shouldn't ever happen, and hopefully it doesn't happen again. Now
we have
that's
we have more than just this. Do we have more than just this image? Just to clarify.
Yes, yeah, we have a couple more. None of them luckily leaked out. I made sure only to be sending one of the images whenever doing any public communication in order to, trusted people, but we're still looking into how this happened. That's not the point. The point is, it happens. And we're trying to make sure it doesn't happen again. Sorry, I'm still a bit flustered over it. It's something I didn't expect to happen yesterday, and
it's more the trust thing.
Yeah, that's why if you're on the Discord, I didn't add here ping. This is this is something I really want to get spread across. This was not meant to ever touch the light of day. People who are on the forums saying that oh yeah, this might get someone in trouble. You're right. This might get someone in trouble.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm still very much looking into it. We might do a pause on all this type of stuff just in general for a while, just so everything can blow over. I'm not sure. I just wanted to do the episode quick today, just to address this part. We'll get to more fun stuff later on, but we can't go into an episode without talking about this in general.
But just a quick summary is there's a reason we don't post these kind of images, and that's to protect sources. We don't want them to lose their jobs, to have anything that might affect their livelihoods as a result of this, and that's why we do the artist renditions. And this going out and spreading like wildfire like it has puts this person at risk, which is the reason we do artist renditions as much as possible.
I think the title of this video has kind of become more relevant. The ugly duckling. The ugly side of leaks, so to speak.
Shall we move on to the fun part?
Yes, I think we should.
No. We can let's talk about the other image.
Yeah,
now,
sure.
this one So this one's odd. This one definitely leaked in response to the other one. And this is kind of the same thing. This isn't something that should ever have really leaked per se. This is a piece of... Oh yeah, let me note something. New in the show will be a speculation zone red light, which if we cannot confirm something 100%, you'll see a red light across the screen. And...
We're getting too many complaints about people twisting our words, so we're going to definitely put this up more often.
If we say something 100% factual, that's the red lights. Got the red lights. This is a refinery ship, obviously.
Help myself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, because I just want to talk about the 400i. Let's get into fun things. Let's talk about the 400i in general, because this is a piece of little concept art. It leaked out yesterday. We're still looking at this. Like literally leaked out an hour ago. Somebody posted this on the Reddit, claiming it to be from some forum post. Honestly, kind of believe him. I'm not sure, but it's old. Like this is following old Origin stylings for a reason.
That's what Piggles was saying earlier, wasn't he? You were saying that Piggles.
Or likely, very likely for a reason.
This is an old concept image.
Now, the word I've been hearing, okay, I'm not gonna say that yet, but we had gotten other images of the 400i apparently while I was not taking care of the server's owner through some other people during a studio tour, and those were in Engine, or at least in some sort of like 3D designer. This image comes from a time in which it's past, like this, it's before everything. This is concept. It's used with materials. It's cut paste. The dimensions, if you look closely, doesn't make sense. This
also
is
in black and white.
Yeah, this is likely something more than 2 years old, is my personal hat in the ring, because those tour leaks came out probably a year ago by now, a year and a half, and usually I don't even think this could even come out like 6 months ago.
Can I ask a side question, Hader? When was the first time you personally heard about rumblings of a 400i? Because I heard it like maybe 2-3 years ago. I heard it a really long time ago.
It seems like something that went on and off the shelf. It looks like we mentioned a little while ago it was shelved, I think. Obviously unshelved now, being a straight to flyable 312 chip. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going with that. Trust me, it's
nail it home.
Planned for 312. It is. You can even turn off that speculation light. Yeah. That it's planned for 312. 400i, 312.
Right.
As of last month. As of last month. Something could change.
Do we want to talk a little bit about what we know of the ship, or and like talk about some of the internals, the guns, things like that? Do you want to talk about that at all, Vader? Or?
Piggles, I think Piggles can probably tell visually what it is, and
Yeah.
he's gonna get it as right as I can visually, even because it's exactly what you think it is.
Mm. Well, we were speculating layout before you came and joined
Yeah.
us this morning, so
So,
we've gone through it quite a bit. So yeah.
so we've got some hard points, some mounts for components. However, I haven't really had a chance to dig into it, so I don't know the exact components. But what we do know is there are two turrets with two size 3 mounts, two size 4 guns with gimbals and a size 3 for the pilot, 3 size 2 power plants, 1 size 3 shield, 3 size 2 coolers, and a size 2 quantum drive. Something I should note is there is a remote turret on the back just behind the bridge. You can't really see it in that image because it's obstructed.
We also know that there's 2 lifts, didn't we, Pickles? You were telling me about
Yeah.
that. So one
So
for
we've
the.
got a garage lift and a cargo lift, which are 2 separate objects.
Mhm.
And we've also got objects for captain's quarters, habs, and an engineering zone.
Yeah. Zone. Which I find
Zone.
kind of weird.
That's what it's
Yeah.
called, engineering
Yeah.
zone.
Kind of weird. Yeah. So yeah, it actually seems like it's got a fair little bit tucked into the ship. And I like it's got a lot of extra space, obviously, too. That is kind of like which you kind of come to associate with Origin. So I'm not sure how big it's going to kind of sit at the end of the day. Like will it be slightly smaller than the Connie or slightly larger? And I'm talking about like internal space here. So that's a lot to speculate. In fact, I probably should have the light on. There we go. But yeah, I'm interested to see where this ship is going to sit in the lineup. I don't know about you two guys, but I feel it's going to be like in the Connie zone, so to speak.
Yeah, at a speculation point, at a guess, obviously, I'd say it's around Constellation-ish, maybe like a competitor to the Constellation.
Oh yeah, we speaking of that, did we already mention sizes? Like this thing is
No, but
you can
go
see
for
from the
it.
guy. It's a bit small. Yeah, or it's smaller than like. You see, when I first saw these images, I suck at scale, so I thought this was bigger than the Connie.
Mm. Well,
Even though it's only like 56 meters long. 'Cause I'm
there's
dumb.
actually a person in that image. If you look like down, it looks like there's a person standing next to it.
Yeah,
type
no,
of
I
thing.
just really suck at scale.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a little smaller than the Connie, but it's like wider than one, 32 meters wide, at 12.5 meter height.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I get what you might be saying. The front bit's of waste the space.
Mm. Well, we actually
That's
speculated.
fair.
Me and Pickles were
Because
speculating.
that's not stairs.
Well, all right. Well, me and Pickles were kind of speculating, and I suggested to him that maybe a lot of the cargo goes into the neck, because it's probably a difficult space to do anything with. But that's somewhere you could like have a walkway go up to and just have cargo either side of you. But I don't know. I digress. It's just a guess.
Yeah, from a different angle, it does look a bit wider than it does in that image.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So because what was it from above? I think it was. It's actually you can kind of see how fat it is, but it's kind of weird. Mm. All right. Anything else you want to share, Hader, or do you want to move on to something else?
I mean, nothing really. Did we mention like the role? This thing is being like a.
Let me guess.
Yeah,
being Origin, it's going to be one of the same 2 roles that or 3 roles the others are in. So it's either going to be touring, exploration, or VIP type of. That's all they have. Wow. So which one is it?
I mean, it's supposed to be. The best way to describe it is just, if the Connie Phoenix could be a little bit more multi-role.
Ouch. That's a sick burn to the Phoenix there. Hey, it's like, yeah, if you're a Phoenix owner, it sucks to be you. Jeez.
You know you buy
it. Yeah, I'll keep coming back to the ugly duckling because like it really does look like a swan motif to me. And I think one of the first things I said to you, Pickles, was if you fill it up with water, it almost looked like a boat you could have today.
It looks kind of like a catamaran.
Yeah, I can see that too. Now you mention it, yeah, so weird. All right, anything else, Hader, or do you want to move on to this list of other stuff we've got to get through for 312?
Yeah, let's move on to the list. But before we get too deep into it, I want to redress the other big piece of drama. Actually, wait, real quick. I don't know why you guys are calling it that bit earlier drama when I was explaining the leak stuff. I'm not throwing shade at anyone.
Mm,
Like Arya didn't know that she was being sent stuff that was not supposed to leak out. We
mm,
discussed it. And we came with a good solution for it. There's no drama to be had here other than like someone made a most likely because I don't think any of my admins intended malice. Someone did because they immediately they made an alternative account and then sent one to Arya, but I think that was just someone separate being a dick. Um, it's just probably more than likely not a mistake that we just don't want to make again. But the real drama, the real shade. Let's talk about fucking Jax McCleary. That
sorry,
you know?
you wanna fuck Jax McCleary? I'm kind of confused. Anyway,
Oh my god. Freaking Mr. We're not Jimmy. Do you think I think our artists are better than freaking Jimmy.
I think Jimmy sounds like a pretty cool guy.
yeah, yeah. I want to know who they hired to do that image, man, because they should really take him on board and kind of like encourage him to learn how to draw and get up to our level. You know, I think that was very detrimental to our artists that we hired to do our pictures because that was very insulting. But it was all meant in jest. I actually liked it.
I found it was very funny. Yeah.
I found it kind of mocking, but then it all came back at the end when they talked about the memories thing, and it is true that that is going to be a thing that's going to be remembered, like how bad some of the drawings and stuff that have been from the leaks and stuff. So I actually enjoyed that.
The first artist was freaking Execute, so
yeah,
all black
I
on him.
actually did talk about that on a live stream a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, and if you'd seen, I talked about the images that I had to work with and stuff like that. So I had to actually kind of extrapolate a lot of information, but you know, it still was pretty good in hindsight. I think it got the message across of what it was, and you know.
Should we move on to 3.12?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Drew, do you want to do your notes or my notes first?
Huh?
Your notes or my notes first?
Yeah, but let's quickly just go over like Evocati stuff. Like, you know, how do you guys feel like it's going? How do you think it's going? Because I know I got one Patreon question here, which basically just says, "Oh, when do you think?" Here, let me actually bring it up instead of just referencing from memory. By the way, if you donate any money on Patreon, you get priority questions or whatever. Look, honestly, I don't really want to be advertising this in this episode with the entire bit earlier, so still gotta read them. Let me bring it up here. Yeah, so right here it's Gung Yu asks, when do you think 312 will go to PTU? And I think that could be answered by all of us together. How do you guys think 3.12 is doing, and when do you think it's coming out for PTU? In a number of days.
Yeah, well, it traditionally always comes out on that last couple of days before Christmas because they have to go on holidays, so they release it almost regardless.
So like a couple days before the holidays?
Yeah.
What about you, Pickles? You feeling confident? You feeling holidays?
Knowing CIG's track record, I can't imagine they'd want to leave it until after Christmas. So I think before Christmas, hopefully. If not, then oh well. But yeah, it would be nice.
Well, I know some members of SIG have been mentioning it's closer than last year. So hopefully they're right. Because my God, if we have to wait till Christmas again, I just want to play. I just want to play with my freaking grappling hook that currently has not been tested whether or not it can flip over vehicles. I do not know why.
I'm disappointed that we can't use it on players. Like just pull people's feet out from underneath them.
Did you know in the Rock when they were first sorting out the track to be Mondare, it would just attach to entities, so you could actually just grab players with it.
That'd be awesome, just like fling someone across the screen.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's the little troll in me. I don't know.
Yep. And hopefully one day we will be able to catch up to the insane speed of which Arya's leak group can post patch notes. I got there fast. But I guess that's not what anyone actually wants to talk about, though. This surface level stuff. You see the surface level stuff all the time. Let's talk about the spicy data mine shit, because that stuff, delish.
Who's going first?
Can I kind of lead and say, can you fill us in on the stuff on Xenothreat first? I'd particularly like to hear about some of that myself.
I think that's a hater thing.
Yes.
Okay, so Xenothreat, right? Xenothreat has been a bit toned down, in a way, from what it used to be. Xenothreat, unless I've been reading it wrong, but it seems like they removed the entire dynamic bit from, or the dynamic, oh, we're going to attack this place, we're going to attack that place, we're going to attack this place, where they go to Crusader, to Microtech, blah, blah, blah. I haven't found like any actual evidence of them being able to attack those places. All they are able to attack is HDMS Jericho, in which, they go and they attack sometimes. They go and attack some convoys, attack a javelin with an Idris, some stuff that you can help out with, some very basic stuff. Nothing really too exciting. But it seemed, actually no, I'll hand it to Pickles, because that's essentially Xenothreat summed up in like 2 sentences. You attack Idris with javelin now, and there's some side missions with convoy ships.
Yeah. Well, should we go into some new stuff in the files?
Yeah, new stuff.
So we've got starting off, we've got some new interesting Javelin files. In the builds, they're not new, but new to live. So that's things like getting them ready to be flown by AI. So there's animationed weapons, models, sound, that kind of stuff. We've also got some new docking collar animations. Throughout the high-tech and low-tech building sets, they've all had updates, and there's lots of new props in them. There's new animations for the Bearing Size 8 and 9 laser cannons. The Theatres of War map is back in the build. There's some biome updates. There's some tractor beam stuff, which aren't quite the multi-tool, but I couldn't quite tell what they were. They might be ship stuff, I'm not entirely sure. There is some docking splines for AI, for docking to stations. There is new capital ship AI behaviors. There is a multiplayer world event, which is a fleet battle, which is related to player bounties. There's a Nine Tails fleet battle, subsumption event. The fireworks, the event for the fireworks that were in Fleet Week are back. I don't know what that's about. There's some new usables, including a cutlery dispenser, a dancing spot, a toilet, a tray return, a vending machine, and a weapon rack. There's some references to new Procyon missions, obviously gas clouds. There's a bunch of new Navy uniforms. There are also references to some derelict Javelin stuff in the files, including a derelict Javelin shelter and city, and some habitation stuff. I've already said the building set updates. I saw something to a military Simpod variant. I don't know if that's been around, but I didn't recognize it. And there's also some sounds for the talent. Hater, I believe you had something to say about the Javelin city as well?
Oh yes. So the javelin on Daymar, no more. It's gone. It's gone. Why? Because that shit old, kind of yucky. So CIG came in and they're like, let's just put a city here in which you can have an FPS battle, and then just put some. Okay, I'm not put the speculation light on because I wasn't actually 100% sure I was able to find that shit.
Boop. There you go, Tom.
Okay, so it seems like it's set up for an FPS mission. Am I right about this, Piggles?
I didn't see much on it. All I saw was that there was some city stuff.
I think it was something Procyon connected to it, but
I did see some watchtowers related.
Yeah, it looks. But either way, Javelin has been set up so you can now do a really cool FPS fight in it. Whether or not it's for against FPS AI, which hopefully it is, you need to actually be able to use that freaking zeroing that just came in. Even if you can't use it then, you'd be able to just shoot them with far distance. I don't know. Get whatever happened to that one streamer? What was his name? With the very loud voice, Rexzilla,
yeah.
Rexzilla. Yeah, it seems like a great little Rexzilla raid area.
Mm.
And there's one thing I forgot to mention as well, which I just got reminded by someone said something in chat, as well as the gas clouds which we have around a lot of the Grange points. There's also references to some planetary clouds too. Whether they're in or visible or not, I don't know, but there's references to them.
Oh wait, I will note the planetary clouds. I don't want to. It's most likely just they added new textures for the planetary clouds on all of the moons, or at least a majority of them in the new patch.
Can I ask a quick question? The Prodicon missions, who are they? Are they like, have we met them before, or are they a new entity or bunch of people?
They are a pyro-based faction. That's about it.
Okay, so they're coming
Basically,
from
the pyro
Pyro.
equivalent of Ninetales.
Okay, so interesting. So they're
Okay,
coming in. They're going to be coming into Stanton.
Yeah,
That's what's happening. Okay.
Xenothreat's coming in this game. Why not the whole 9 yards, honestly?
Yeah, everyone's coming. Bring your friends.
Everyone is here.
Did somebody say player flyable retributions?
Maybe we'll see.
Okay, so we're not 100% sure on anything except Xenothreat coming in 3.12. A lot of this is being added in with. Usually, when it's added in this way, like the Javelin City, what else? The Ninetail stuff. That stuff. I'm personally more confident in arriving in 3.12 than like other things in here. Like freaking Theaters of War, you got to be joking if you think you're going to be able to use that in 3.12. But like, yeah.
So there's nothing. Nothing new with Theaters of War then.
Well, what are you guys' opinions on that? 3.12, 3.13, 3.14?
I don't know. It's difficult to say without getting my hands on the map and looking through it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, I'm just gonna. It's gonna sound really desperate, but a lot of people are on holiday right now, and a lot of our usual guys, who usually do builds, do not exist right now. If you're an Evocati, hit us up. We are fucking. Here, I'm gonna send Pickles a word, and I'm gonna see if I can use that word.
We need elevator music.
Well, I mean, it's true. What he means to say is we're struggling for a lot of Evocati sources recently.
I wrote him desperate.
So yeah, he wrote desperate to me. So it's quite difficult to get our hands on builds as opposed to even the last patch where we had them quite easily. With 3.12, it's been quite difficult.
Yeah, we're working on some. We have decent lineups for people towards the end, like beginning of next year. But right now, a lot of people are on holiday. A lot of people are out of the country. It's a surprising turn of events. But honestly, a lot of it's my fault. I've been focusing a lot on work recently, and also whatever little time I do have, I've been focusing on collecting those internal leaks, the stuff I think is juiciest for the show. And I have not been keeping up with Evocati. So if you're an Evocati and you've messaged me in the past and wondering why I don't message you anymore, it's not because we found more sources. It's because I forgot.
I love you, but I've totally forgotten about you.
That's your one job, hater.
Yeah, never get a girlfriend,
I'm really great at attracting new blood.
She's gonna love you on Valentine's Day. I forgot.
Look, it's not my fault. Discord's cache only allowed. Look, by the way, I'm going to blame everyone who spams me with Gib Polaris because you've ruined my inbox, and like 50% of the people I need to DM, I just don't have their usernames. Right.
We need to get him a diary for Christmas or something, an organizer, Piggles, so he can keep some things written down.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Have we gotten anything? Do we actually really have that much else right now?
I don't think so.
Going over, we got
do a quick Q&A and then wrap up.
Yeah, quick Q&A.
I've got one. What's you guys' favorite? Most exciting features for 3.12. Mine personally is that usable vending machine. I want noodles.
I thought you were going to ask something else. I thought you were going to ask who my favorite Norse god was, but
yeah, who's your favorite Norse god execute?
Thor, obviously. No, probably Loki actually. Anyway, that was just funny. I do see a couple of questions in the chat. So, can we confirm what ships are in and not in the build for 312? So, specifically the Talon and the Hercules.
The 400i and nothing
I'm
else.
just gonna repeat
There are some
this.
references to the Talon, but that's it.
I'm gonna repeat this for one last time. The Hercules is not in 3.12.
Wait, you gotta let me turn the speculation thing off so you can say that as factual. Go again.
Yeah, say that. No speculation. The Hercules is not in 3.12.
There we go.
I think people have been doubting that for some reason. I don't know why. Look, when I'm like 90% sure, because I don't fucking check back yet. Wait for that. I'll talk about that later. On everything I've said in the past. But I'm like 90% sure. When I said the Hercules might be coming in 3.12, I said it was because CIG were showing it was being done very quickly. But more likely than not, it'd be 313 or 314, or just any other patch than this next one. But it could have happened, like the 400i could have been during IE. That one's a speculation, though. Yeah, flash the red lights. We need the red lights flashed. Yeah, there we are. So I'm like looking at stream. I don't know why I ignore me. I'm not even gonna rant about this. None of you would know. None of you people watching would know my first class problems.
All right then. Let's get some questions going.
I have some Patreon questions.
Go for them. Shoot. If you have a just before. If you have a question, put it in chat with brackets around it with questions so we can pull them out of the chat, please. Other than that, hey, go for it.
Okay, so from Captain Despawn, what's the purpose of this ship, the 400i? What's its role? The 400i is I think we've explained it earlier, but it's an exploration touring vessel that's... Wait, did I get that right? What three buzzwords do I have to combine again? If there's a third one, I have no idea how to read the dictionary. So
luxury.
Luxury.
No, not luxury.
Transport.
It's not really a transport though. It's
VIP
more so
cargo, touring and exploration.
It's a constellation, but it's fancier. It's a fancy constellation, but it's not fancy enough to be a Phoenix. That's the best way to put it. Anything new on the threat mission from Zaeon? Will there be multiple capital ships fighting, or any playtest by EVO or PTU? Yes. Just yes. Yes to all of those. I think we've answered them earlier. Dr. Dante says, by the way, Dr. Dante, why? Dr. Dante says, C2 in 3.12, or are they pushing it and the rest of the Crusader ships to when the plan is done? Yes. No, actually, no. No. They're pushing them. Yeah. There you are. I mean, they're not even that done. No, you've only been seeing, like, art. It's still, like, gray box.
So I got two questions from the chat. Do you have any more Patreon questions, or can I answer some of these ones?
Yeah, that was all. I'll go for it.
All right. So, any update from you guys on when the roadmap may be completed?
I think they said they wanted it before the end of the year, but nothing that we don't know anything that CIG haven't said themselves.
There we go.
Yeah. That type of stuff is kept within. Like, I had early notification that they were moving a bunch of shit to it in order for it to, like, be, oh, yay, we're going to have it update as it goes. But other than that, like, that's all we can really hear, because they told all the devs to do that, to get everything flagged correctly.
Now, during the week, Sorry?
What? No, you can...
Sorry. During the week, Horus showed off some files, I think, and some possible sound files. I might be wrong in that regard. About the Titan suit. Is there anything else that we have about the Titan suit?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Else. Wait, I'm gonna explain this real quick because
please.
I know there's a bunch of amateur data miners. Because Pickles, you know what I'm about to talk about, right? about the
Yeah.
intro thing.
I know what you're going to talk about.
Yeah, the subtitles. Okay, so CIG is going to move a bunch of new stuff into localization files, which is the easiest thing to data mine. Now, a lot of people who've been getting into data mining are seeing these like Titan suit wild lines or these freaking Sadaball wild lines and thinking, oh, this must be in development because it's new. Now, what they did was they moved every single subtitle that was in they were stored in a DCB before, right?
I
If I'm
can't
correct.
remember.
They were stored somewhere in the files, and they moved it up into the global.ini, which means that there's going to be a shit ton more voice lines inside this the localization file, but a lot of them are just going to be holdovers from like really early work. I mean, the Titan suit audio came out like 3 quarters ago, and there's not really much work on it. I mean, the only odd thing about it is that's for PU. It's probably just a bunch of squadron wild lines they brought into the PU for some FPS missions. I don't know any giant FPS missions that require a bunch of wild lines coming in potentially this patch or anything, but I doubt they're gonna have a Titan suit.
Okay, I've got 5 more questions. So, is Orizon in the files?
Okay, technically no, but here I have some localization here.
Yeah, technically no, but there's some strings for it in the localization.
So Orison will have a green circle lobby, Cloudview Center, Providence Industrial Platform, the August Dunlow Spaceport, 2 shuttle stations, Cloudview and Providence, or actually 3 of them with Dunlow, and a bar called Voyager Bar.
And the shuttle service is called Skyway.
Skyway.
I want a glass bottom travel thing so I can look down.
Honestly, that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
Like a
that'd be
floaty
really cool.
monorail kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whaley the Whale. Is that his
Then,
name?
yeah, then you can see the whales. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. I found this a bit of a weird question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Someone, and I'm summarizing people's questions, but Perseus for Squadron 42, aka next year, is that a possibility?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I read the question, but I'll cross that out anyway.
The Polaris is also not a possibility. I'm just going to note that.
Talon for 312.
Yes.
Yep, and that's both of them, yeah.
Okay,
not just
wait. Let me specify. Might be 3.12.1. There's a chance of that. I don't know that yet. That's more speculation. It's just
A 3.12 patch.
Yeah, it will be in a 3.12 patch. Like that's all we can really guarantee. It's things are getting down to the wire, and things that they aren't showing other than the 400i are getting weird that they're not showing it. The Talon makes less sense for them not to show right now. I mean, other than the fact they've been waiting for PTU quite often lately. But 400i makes total sense why it's not out yet.
There's a few Talon sound files in 3.12.
Yeah, like it's set up to it's about set up to go, but it's not going. That's the best way to describe it.
Refineries, are they in and how do they work or anything like that? Do we have anything on those?
Yes. But they describe them on a ISC. That's literally how they work.
And they actually show the UI pretty much as it is in game as well. They'll probably do a better job than we can.
It's like showing the grappling hook gameplay. All we can show is just how version of it that's way buggier than the final implementation, but not as buggy as, it's just way buggier than the final implementation.
The Aegis UI, is that going to be in 3.12?
Oh my, no, I think.
I haven't seen anything UI related, but
obviously
there's more patches to come, so that may change. Who knows?
Okay. Do we have any more information beside the going into development, the Nova tank?
C2 release. The C2 release.
Right, and that was my next question. We don't know when Hercules is coming, so to speak, but do you know when it will be coming? So I'm assuming it would be maybe 3.13 now. It's probably been delayed a patch, yeah?
Well, it hasn't been delayed a patch. It just wasn't coming 3.13.
There you go.
They could have come 3.13 if they went full speed ahead with it, but they had some bigger fish to fry. One of them being the MSR, and the other one being the freaking 400i, and then the other one being the Talon. And then the other one being the other straight to flyable ship coming in 313.
Remind me what that is again.
We don't know.
We don't know yet.
Ooh. All right, well, that's all I've got for my questions. The rest were a little bit superfluous. There is one that just came in there at the end that we could speculate on, but that is... I'll turn the speculation thing back on. But what do we speculate the price of the 400i would be? And this is just us, I don't know, taking a guess, because that type of thing is not going to be in the files. Do you want to have a guess?
275.
Yeah, I'd say that's a
2 to
fairly safe
300.
guess.
Yeah.
I'd go in that window too. I'd expect it to be more than the Connie, and the Connie's at 275. Yeah, I think that's a fairly safe bet. 275 to 300 or more, maybe. We'll see. All right then. That has been SCLeaks for this show. Is there anything you would either like to add before we part ways?
Oh yeah. So, boys and girls, I hope you were good boys and girls this year, because Santa Claus is coming to town, and for this year's Christmas episode of SCLeaks. What does that mean?
That's a tease and a half, hater. You can't drop that.
Yeah. I might have to...
I also might throw in some like fucking leaks in there. I don't know. I have plans.
We also haven't even started on it yet. So.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's only gonna be like...
I think I'm gonna have to order a costume now he said that, but anyway, we'll see what happens. Alright. I think that's been it for this week. There's nothing else you want to add, Pickles, at all?
Oh yeah. One other thing. All Patreon donations added to this month will be donated to a charity, of which the Patreons will be choosing to celebrate the holiday. Also, this year's been a shitty one. Let's end it off on a good note.
Yeah, so if you want to donate to some charity of subscription, sign up for Patreon.
No. Don't donate to the Patreon and or to donate to the charity. I'm just telling people, if you want to donate to charity, towards the end of the month we'll be doing a drive in order to get people pointed over there. If you want to donate to Patreon because you want to do the charity, just wait a couple weeks. We'll have a link up.
Awesome.
More likely than not, I heard Stack Up is the popular one that people in Patreon are liking, so it's probably going to be Stack Up.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right then. He's been Pickles, he's been Hater, and I've been Execute, and we'll catch you in the next one. You're reading the credits today, not me.
What? I have to read credits?
Yeah, like a smuck.
Brain, Kenneth Hagerfeld, Rec.com, Josh Hellman, Yannick, Yumli, Boobot, Regula Tim, Fox Nix, Gungyu, Thorsten, Kenny G. Sullivan, Professor Mango, Henry V, Anctum, Fay Dog 74, Snarky.live, Sam Zimmerman, Lunux Rospax, Made Out of Bacon, Dirk Mervis, Brain. I've now hit the loop, so that signifies me to end the episode. You guys have a good one.
Do you want to forward us on to someone and raid someone?
Yeah. I'm moving us on to Dragonix, who's doing a Stack Up charity stream. Make sure you donate the Stack Up. That's a word. Good. That's a good charity.
All right, everyone have a good one. Bye-bye now.